Okay, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to make a staging website, a question we get asked a lot. It's really simple. So let me just walk you through the process. I'm logged into the admin console in the back of the website, or the hosting admin console, sorry. And we just want to go here to WordPress. So very straightforward. Under WordPress, that's the WordPress manager for the various sites. You probably only have one site, but this account has multiple sites. And you'll see here there is a little icon that says clone. So we just want to click that. It makes a clone of the site. So by default, it'll usually choose staging. It may also allow you to use the existing domain and add staging on the end. We want to avoid doing that. And the reason being is this is highly likely to get indexed by Google. And that means that if it does get indexed, it's a clone of the original site, which can totally wreak havoc and totally wreck your SEO and Google rankings. So we almost always want to, 99% of cases, run it on a subdomain. Use staging 1, dev, so dev. In this case, we're going to put store-new version, which is what the customer wants. And then down the bottom, I'll just drag my window up a little bit. So we just hit the start button here, and that'll take, I'll just remove that error here. It's an old error, but you'll see there that clone will take, depending on how big the site is and how busy the site is, might take 5 minutes and might take half an hour. So it'll just sit there cloning in the background. You don't need to leave that open. Once it's finished, so we can just hit this X, it won't stop it, it'll just continue in the background. Once it's finished, this notification in the bottom right-hand corner will pop up and say it's done. So I'll just pause this video and we'll wait for it to be done, and then we'll come back. There's a few settings here around indexation and a few things you just need to be aware of, again, so Google doesn't come along and index it and wreck your SEO. So I'll just hit the pause button here and we'll come back when it's done. Alrighty, so we're all done. You'll see here it comes up and tell us that the site was cloned. So we're all looking good there. So then you'll see, we'll just go back to this WordPress section. You'll see there's a new WordPress site here, which is the clone. And you'll see by default, it turns off search engine indexing. So that means if Google comes across it, then it will not index it, which, yeah, we don't want the clone indexed. A few other bits and pieces. You'll need to set up a DNS record to point this new host name, so store-new version, blah, 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 at whatever server your site is hosted on. If you get stuck, ask our support guys, live chat, or shoot an email. We'll be able to help you with that. What else? A few other bits and pieces. We typically recommend not using smart updates, the AI updates on staging sites. It creates a lot of extra work in the hosting account, uses resources, and if you're just working on the staging site, it doesn't really need to be updated or patched every single night. You also have no SSL certificate initially, so just pretty much follow the prompts here just to issue the free Let's Encrypt certificate. So I'll just do that quickly here, just so the site's secure. So we just want to use the free one. None of the paid ones are really worth it, or you don't need them for a staging site. And you just want to use, because it's a staging site and we don't want to secure the www, we just want to secure this host name by itself. So if we hit that button, so long as the DNS records are pointed at the hosting, that should work, and it will work in the background. Again, with these sort of windows in the hosting platform, if you just close them out, they'll continue to work in the background. The certificate will take 1 to 2 minutes to issue. There you go. That one was pretty quick, but they can take longer. So you'll see that's issued. So that is good to go. Now, if you want to delete the staging site when you're done, well, once you're finished with the staging site, we don't recommend ever cloning a staging site back to a live site. The reason being is too many changes. In almost all cases, too many changes have happened on the live site. So if you clone the staging site back to it, then you're overriding those changes, especially a WooCommerce site. So you never want to push back from staging with a WooCommerce site, because you'll overwrite orders and customers and a whole bunch of things. You're always better to redo the changes on the live site as opposed to copying them across. It's too unreliable, unpredictable. But when you're done, to delete it, just go back to websites and domains here, and it's pretty straightforward. Just wait for this to load up. Again, so just find the staging site. There it is. Because it's a subdomain, it'll kind of be indented like this, and then you see these 3 dots here. So all you need to do, just go back there. Clicked on too many things. Sorry, I'll just load that up again. So there's 3 dots on the right-hand side, and there's a remove option or delete option there. Let's just click on that. Oh, it's a bit sluggish. There you go. Remove subdomain. So removing the subdomain, it'll come up and ask you, do you want to remove it? It'll delete it. So that's pretty much it. So the staging sites are backed up. So they're backed up in the Acronis system. So they're backed up again on that kind of 1 to 2 hourly schedule. Usually those backups will run roughly every 90 minutes. They're not exact because backups do take time. So, some of the backups may not complete within an hour. So we say typically the backups are going to run every kind of 90 minutes to 120 minutes. Anyway, I think that all makes sense. If you get stuck or you need help, just reach out to our support team and we'll happily sort it out, help you, provide guidance or whatever it is you need. Cheers.